What up, everybody? It's Sinny, and this is Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. And today we're going to be doing a speed run. I want to show you how to beat Dark Souls 2 in under 2 hours. This is my new personal best. First, take off all your equipment as fast as possible and start sprinting to the hut. Now you want to manage your stamina just like you do any other time. Just you got to pay way more attention to it. You don't want to screw up. Let it drain almost all the way out, then let go before it drains, and then let it fill back up almost all the way, and then press it down again. Go in the hut. Just type in the first letter it pops on and hit enter for your name. Skip all the cutscenes. Pick Bandit and pick Bonfire Ascetic as quickly as possible. Skip the scene, run to the door, open it, and while it's opening, get ready to take off all your armor again. Alright, fall off the side of the steps. This is a tip that I figured out on my own. It shoots your stamina up all the way to the top, all the way to full for some reason, whenever you fall off of something. So it's just a tiny little inch of a fall off the very last step. Just a jiggle to the right, basically. And it shoots all your stamina all the way back up, and you can use a full bar again. So that's all we're doing here again, managing stamina, letting it almost run out, let go of the run button, then let it almost fill all the way up and start pressing it down again. There's a slight delay in both, so let go early on both and start pressing early. Jump off here, the binocular jump. I die there every once in a while, like 99 out of 100 times I make that jump, but sometimes you'll catch the edge of the rock and fall in the water, so you gotta be careful. Jump to the bonfire keeper, talk to her to get your Estus flask, and now light up this bonfire in Majula. Next, we're gonna run to the forest, so we're gonna go open the door, managing our stamina. Gonna round this corner here, go through, and grab the button. Now while he's pulling this button, we're going to want to put on our axe and put on our Estus, and then discard as much of this armor as you can. Sometimes I can get 6 pieces off, sometimes I only get 4 pieces off, but you got to watch the door. Once it hits the top, it slams back down, so you can only just discard whatever you can. Then run off this right here, right to this item, pick it up, pop the soul. We're going to use those souls later. Drink a Estus to be at full health. Run and jump, because this water is slow. Run and jump again. You're almost out of stamina, so walk to the shoreline. Then run along the shoreline. And same thing. Managing stamina, running around these two guys. They've like literally never hit me, ever. Fall off the side of the bridge right at that tree. That's so the arrow flies over your head and you shoot up your stamina again. Climb the ladder quickly. Yeah, there's a few spots in the beginning here where you're going to be falling off of stuff to shoot your stamina up for a whole new bar. Jump there to roll right to the fog. It just is good timing for his swing. If you do that, run to the corner, let go, run around that guy, juking him out, jump through the boxes. I actually got hit there. I almost never get hit there. Run till your stamina bar is out, then stop. Look, he's going to shoot an arrow. I run in a circle, or I run around a little bit till he shoots another arrow. Then I run by him. That's the first place where I deviate from the world record speedrun, I think. You're supposed to just run right by him, but I've had trouble getting it to work. He usually hits me and knocks me off course, and then everybody jumps me, and it couldn't be a death. So what I do is run around in a circle until he shoots another arrow, then I run by him while he's shooting that arrow. Here we're going to buy a firebomb after touching the bonfire. We're going to use this to blow up the shortcut wall over here. Put on your bones too, so equip the firebomb and the bones and just go right along this line on the floor. Have that line on the floor right in between your two legs, look down, and then throw the firebomb down, and you'll hit it. You just got to line it up on that line there. I hit the bonfire here just to get my health back and get my Estus back, and then we're going to run through the hole we just created. Chest bump this guy. Run and jump down here. Sometimes you can get that ledge and it'll save you from some damage. Run and jump through these. chest bump him. And here's another spot where I just deviate to make sure it's consistent for me, because it's another spot I'm having trouble with. So I go up here and I grab these to lure all these guys up here so I can get through that fog wall. The world record speed run, they just they'll run up to the two guys by the fog. They'll do a tight little circle and then they'll roll by them and go through the fog. And it never works for me. I can't do it right now. I'm gonna have to figure it out one day, but for now I'm just doing this. I run up the stairs, I grab the item, then I try to lure them all up there. That way I can run by them and go through the fog without them hitting me while I'm trying to go through the fog. Go to this elevator, drink your Estus if you need it, discard the rest of the items that you did not discard earlier. So now we have nothing in our armor slots. Wait for the elevator, be on your homeward bones, and run past this guy. Make sure you can sprint all the way to the fog. And here's the first boss, the last giant. Just start hitting his leg as soon as you walk in. Maybe walk in 2 steps. Then run around his leg after your stamina bar is out and hit him 2 or 3 more times. Now you're just going to bait his stomps and hit him like 1 or 2 times. 2 hits, wait for the stomp. And he's actually pulling his arm off once he gets to half health, so you gotta get some free hits in here. He's gonna stomp some more, so we're just waiting for that. Then we're gonna run to the opposite leg and hit that leg. And one thing you need to look out for is sometimes he'll hop backwards, and sometimes he'll do that triple stomp that he just hit me with. When he does the triple stomp, he will dip down a little bit more to the right. It's more like dramatic. It's always his right leg. He'll dip down a little bit more, and that means he's going to do 3 stomps in a row. So you got to watch out for that. But otherwise, it's just going back and forth between the legs. I literally never die to this guy. He's really easy. Take a bone out after you grab his soul. And we're back at the bonfire. And we're going to consume that soul. The last giant soul. So do that. Now go talk to Majula here. Buy the key and 2 bright bugs. That'll give you enough souls for her to give you this ring, which is the silver serpent ring. It'll give us more souls for everything we kill. Then you want to talk to her till she says she's gonna pick up and move. So you gotta talk to her like 3 more times, and then hit the bonfire so she does move. And then while you're waiting for the bonfire, put on your ring, your silver ring, and take off your axe and run back through our hole here. Same thing, run down, chest bump the guy, jump off. See, if I didn't hit the ledge that time, I lost some health. Go through here, this is the same thing again, except for this time we're going to take a right, we're going to jump over this wall, go through this door, using the soldier key we just got. Run up the stairs, sprint up the stairs again, sprinting up the stairs, gaining stamina in between, and then we're just going to sprint to the fog. Alright, here is the Pursuer quick kill. This is the first really hard thing in the run. What I do is I wait till he destroys that barrel and then I roll. Then you just run straight to the ballista and you fire it twice. It'll kill him, and there he is, he's dead. 2 shots. So yeah, you gotta learn that timing on that. You gotta wait like really late. When his sword breaks that barrel, that's when you want to roll, and it seems like it's going to be too late. But it's not. You're going to be okay. You got to wait longer than you think. And I've been getting it like every time lately, but I used to have trouble with it, so I understand. Hit the bird's nest. We're going to go just grab this bonfire at the Lost Bastille. As soon as the cutscene's over, you can hop backwards twice and just jam the X button and head back to Majula. We just need to grab that so we can teleport to it later. Alright, so that's 2 bosses down in about 9 minutes. Not too bad. We're going to talk to her as we walk by just to get one of her stupid talks done. Open the door with Leningrass key that we bought. Head back to the bonfire so he goes inside of it. The blacksmith is now available. We're going to talk to her again. Get some of her dialogue done for later. Now we're going to talk to him, get all his dialogue done, and buy the rapier. 1. Buy Titanite shards. 6. Now upgrade your rapier 3 times. So now we have a +3 rapier. We got a blacksmith. And we're gonna run to Mifflin over here. When your stamina bar runs out, I do a roll and then I put on my rapier. I put on my ring of blades from the pursuer. I pop the pursuer's soul right now because there's really not another good time to do it. And then you're gonna run over here with your rapier out two-handed, and you're gonna have a full stamina bar, and you're gonna hit Mifflin 3 times. Back up, get most of your stamina back, then hit him 3 more times. Be jamming that X button to pick up his armor there. That's the Seldora set. It's going to give you more souls for every boss kill. And that's what we need to get 1,000,000 souls. That's what we're doing. Any % current patch speedrun. It's where you kill the Rotten 4 times and you get 1,000,000 souls to get through the gate, the frozen gate. So we need those, every soul we can get. Right there I just bought the cat ring. I bought 6 bones and I bought 6 alluring skulls, so don't forget to do that. You put on the cat ring, you roll down, just roll off the edge and you'll hit right here. It'll hit every time. Use the Estus, grab that Radiant Life Gem if you want. Pop a Life Gem just for safety, roll right here to this platform. Now this part's kinda hard, I've died here a few times. Use a strong attack lined up with the log down there. And you gotta hit right in the middle. You gotta hit both of those logs that are like thatched together. If you only hit one side or the other, one log, you're gonna fall too hard and die. So you really gotta practice hitting right in the middle there. So that's why I use a strong attack, like right on the edge, because I know that'll hit most of the time. Here's another tricky part. You gotta run and jump, and make sure you jump and land in this tunnel and roll in this tunnel. Those guys are gonna attack you and they'll kill you in one hit. But if you jump right into the tunnel and roll into the tunnel, it like surprises them a little bit and gives you a head start to run by them. Pretty much just drop down, jump down into this tunnel, head down here, drop down, let this fall down, and then you're right at the bonfire, at the gutter, already. Light it up, sit down just for safety. It's another thing the world record doesn't do, but this is just all for me to be consistent and beat it under 2 hours. Just be consistent and practice. This is what I do. I light that bonfire. Run and jump over here off the bridge to the left. You gotta jump way sooner than you think there. You gotta jump from like the middle of the bridge. You can't wait till the edge or you won't be high enough. Jump over there. That's the way you avoid the poison and the guy, and just run to the bridge. Head over here. This dog, you can roll by him if you're doing a world record speed run, but for me I just run to the right there and he doesn't come that way, and it literally would only save me like half a second to roll by him, but eventually I'll try that. Here you're going to jump right before the last pillar there, over here to the platform. Then we're going to run and jump off this log sticking out to get over here by these poison statues and this bonfire. We're going to light it up. Which once again, you would not light this up if you're doing a world record speedrun, but this is just for safety and for consistency. For me to practice my speedruns that my personal best is like 1 hour and 40 minutes. The world record is like 56 minutes or 52 minutes or something like that. So I'm still just practicing. I'm just beating it under 2 hours, making stuff consistent for me. Jump down here to this. It's a pretty tricky jump, but you'll get it down eventually. Grab the Great Club. Definitely grab that because we're going to use it later. Jump through these jars, do a back step, pick up this item. It's a fragrant branch of yore. We need that for a statue in a minute. Run down here to the fog. You can jump at the end of your stamina bar if you want to make it a little further. Put your rapier on, your rings on. I took those off a second ago at the bonfire, so the stuff that ruins your equipment wouldn't ruin it by chance. Like it wouldn't like get ruined while I was fighting the boss or whatever. Pop a bright bug, so you have your Seldora set fully on. You have all your rings on. You have your rapier on. You popped a bright bug. Now you're going to run right in the middle of those statues. Run to the right of that one. And down here, we're going to dodge some poison. We're going to jump at this. Jump over that guy. We're going to jump over these barrels. We got hit with poison there. It's really hard to make it through here without getting poisoned. I always get poisoned right about here. I've made it through without being poisoned, but you're going to have to use Estus as soon as you get in the boss room, because you'll most likely be poisoned. So that's what I'm doing here. This is the Rotten. We're going to kill him 4 times, but just 1 time right now. Yeah, that that child gully guy always invades right there, so you gotta hurry up and get in that fog. You can't dilly-dally around. You can't like heal there. You can't cure your poison. You can't worry about the statues. You just gotta get in here so he goes away. The way I fight this boss is not optimal, but it's consistent for me. Semi-consistent. I've died to him occasionally. I run up to him, bait his attack, and then I run away, and then once his attack's over, I run back in and hit him a couple times. Baiting his attack there, hit him a couple times. Bait his attack, hit him a couple times. Bait his attack, hit him. His arm fell off. That's the best thing you can do. Get that machete arm off of there. If you want to target it, you can. Excuse me. Or either arm. Once you get an arm off, it gets way easier. It's gonna be a wrap. So alright, we got him down. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna hit X to grab the Great Soul, the Soul of the Rotten. Right after you do that, go to your equipment and put the soul in your equipment so you can just pop it real quick in a minute. Not right now. Take off all your equipment, switch to the Soul of Rotten on your tool belt. Run past these guys at full speed and all that poison, and try not to go on the black pools because they can grab you. We're gonna use a fragrant branch on this guy. Then we're gonna pop the Soul of the Rotten while he's taking forever to stand up, because we're gonna need those souls in a minute. We're gonna kill him as soon as we can, and run in here to the bonfire, and we're going to burn a bonfire ascetic right now. We got one, so let's burn it. Burn them if you got them. Now we're not going to fight him again right this second, but it's burned for next time. We don't have to do that next time. So right now, just jam the X button, go back to Majula. We're going to level up. Alright, talk to the Firekeeper. Actually, yeah, see, I messed up here. That waste of time right there. You talk to her, we're gonna level up right now. Make sure you pop that soul. Endurance 20. Strength 20. Dexterity 25. That'll give us more stamina and more attack with our rapier, so we can run longer and we can hit harder. Alright, we're gonna go to Militia, and we're gonna buy another Fragrant Branch of Yore, because we need to use it on the Pyromancer chick. And we're just managing stamina. We're heading towards the Pyromancy girl and the Shaded Ruins, so that's the way we are headed. We're just managing stamina. So yeah, we got a +3 rapier, we got 20 strength, 25 dex, 20 endurance, so doing a little better now. Yeah, I don't think I'm like a world record speedrunner or anything. That's just for people that want to beat the game in under 2 hours. I've only completed the speedrun like 3 times, recorded 3 times. I've completed it like 30 times probably total, but I've only recorded it 3 times because I only record it whenever I get a PB. So you want to run in here, and I kill these 2 guys. You don't have to, just to make it safer in a second, because there's going to be a bunch coming down in a minute. So you can kill those guys in those rooms if you want. But outside on the steps before you come in here, make sure you pick up that homeward bone and that life gem or whatever that was. Kill the Firekeeper lady, or the Pyromancy lady here. It's what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to let all the dudes come out, and then you're supposed to throw a alluring skull on her, and they're gonna kill her while you're running to the next bonfire. But that's another one I haven't got down yet. So for consistency, I just kill her myself, and then I kill all these guys. And it probably does waste a good 3 minutes of my speedrun, but it's a lot safer. And well, not really. I mean, I do die here sometimes, so I don't know. If you want to watch a real world record speedrun, check out Gooner. Gooner, space Gooner. I'm subscribed to him. He has a really good speedrun of this game where it'll show you exactly what to do, but this is just me doing stuff consistent for me to get it done, to try to beat my own personal best and try to practice it and for you, if you want to beat Dark Souls 2 in under 2 hours and you want to start speedrunning, this is a good like beginner's guide for you. So back there, we killed everybody in that room. We killed the pyromancy chick. We opened the door. We killed the frog, and then we went. That's what opens the door. Is when you kill the frog, the basilic. Basically, just running past all these guys at full speed. Stamina bar, managing. Nothing much to say between the basilic and this bonfire, except for running by those dudes. Light up the bonfire. You definitely need to light this one. This isn't a safety one. This is one we're going to need later. Put on your bow and arrow, your short bow, and equip it. And then shoot that tree up there, that big tree. It's going to make the tree like moan. And then all the invisible guys will be attracted to that tree instead of you. Switch back to your rapier and hug the left wall. I pick that up sometimes. It's a human effigy and a pretty good soul item. So I'm going to pop that soul item so I can buy more gold pine resin from this guy. So talk to him. He takes forever to do all his dialogue, so just keep jamming the X button. And then we're going to buy 13 to 15 gold pine resins from him. I had enough for 15 because I killed all those dudes and I popped that soul, that extra soul. But most of the time you only buy 13 if you don't do that extra stuff. I hit these trees just to make sure all the invisible guys are on the tree and not me. But you're going to be heading like to the left, straight into the left a little bit until you get to this wall right here. It's not as hard as it sounds. Like, you basically head to the left, but you don't want to hug the left wall. You want to go kind of straight and left. That'll get you to this chest. This is the Chloranthy ring. It's going to help us with our stamina. It'll be our last ring. Well, it'll be our fourth ring. I hit that tree again to make sure nobody backstabs me and kills me in one shot, which has happened. Running up these stairs. This is the way to the Najka bonfire, I guess you'd call it. The I don't know, the ruins, whatever it is. Sometimes I grab this gem here. It's a Radiant Life gem. I mean, I don't have to. You don't have to. You could skip that. You could skip this bonfire. It's a safety bonfire for me. Put on that ring though. You can either put it on now or you can put it on right before the boss fight. Take off your short bow. Put on your gold pine resin. And just stay naked for now. And we're going to sprint to the Najka boss fight, basically. One thing that can happen starting right here, well actually starting back in the invisible guy area, freaking Forlorn can invade you. Anytime he invades you, you're kind of screwed. Your speedrun is going to be slower, and you're going to have to deal with him, unless you can make it to a boss fight. It really sucks when I'm on a good speedrun, and then Forlorn decides to invade, and he can invade in tons of spots. It's annoying. And this is one of them right here. Put your armor back on because we're going to need those souls. So you got your armor on. You're going to put on a gold pine resin on your rapier. Switch back to your Estus after you do that. Now run up to this side of this tree. There's a Scorpioness Najka. Try to hit her 1 or 2 times before she goes under. Now this boss fight is just tricky and it's finicky. But if you stay on that back leg... See this back leg? She has 4 legs on each side. If you stay on the very back leg and you just hit that leg, she'll do the tail swipe 90% of the time. And it won't hit you as long as you hug her body. Now I say 90% of the time because sometimes she just she chooses to jump away and it just ruins the whole fight. But you saw there I killed her just by staying right by that back leg and hitting her with the gold pine resin rapier. And all she did was that tail swipe the whole time. And if you hug her body, the tail won't hit you. So you see me here taking off the armor. Of course, wait till the souls go into your counter down there for the Najka kill. Taking off the armor to run faster. Putting on the great club. Don't take off your rapier, but put the great club on too. Equip it and then jump in between these little islands in the water. It's a little bit faster than trudging through the water slowly. And just manage your stamina bar. We're heading towards the basically the congregation boss fight, but there's going to be a few stops in between. We're going to head by this guy. He'll never hit you with that thing as long as you hug the left wall. Then roll to get him out of your way. Now make sure you have a full stamina bar, because we're going to run right up onto this crystal lizard and just stomp him out with an R2. Grab that. We need that. You have to get that. That's to fully upgrade your rapier. And you gotta get every crystal lizard I get. You gotta get every soul I get, pretty much, especially the boss souls. And you gotta get every crystal lizard I get, or it's not gonna work out for you. So you gotta get that crystal lizard. So you wanna run up to him, full speed sprint, and then target him, and then hit him with an R2. This Radiant Life Gem, it's optional. You don't have to get it. You don't have to get that bonfire right there, but you can if you want. If you want to replenish your Estus, or just use it for safety. You need to put on your Alluring Skulls and try to make it so your bones are right after them on your tool belt. So Alluring Skulls and then Homeward Bone in your tool belt. Throw it down there right where I did. That'll make it so the boulders hit those guys. It'll attract those guys out of that tunnel, and then they'll get hit by the boulders. Grab that large shard. We need it for our weapon to plus 10 it. Throw another Alluring Skull to get these guys off you while you're going through the door. Open the door. I'm sorry about all the coughing. Jesus. We'll just basically run. Keep running down to this door down here. Ignore the chest. Just run to the door. Open the door. As soon as you see daylight, you can roll and make it a little quicker. This is the congregation boss fight right here. For some reason, I have a little bit of trouble with it sometimes. Put on all your armor. Make sure you have your Great Club out. Put your gold pine resin in the ready slot. Now run past the first two pews, get in the middle there, and put on your gold pine resin on your club. Now our goal is to kill the Prowling Magus first. So we're going to smash him into the ground. We're going to try to clip somebody else with our second R2. Didn't happen there, but we got the Prowling Magus flattened. Going to flatten him again. Try to hit somebody with the second R2. Get away from him before he does a area effect. Head back to the pews to regroup, kinda. We're going to go after the Prowling Magus again. Boom, he's dead. Now we don't have to worry about him. Now we just have to worry about these priests, and they're pretty tough. That magic will kill you in 3 shots. So we want to start pounding them into the ground. Clipping some of the congregation as we do it. There we go. That's 1 down, 1 to go. I'm almost dead. Luckily the Estus was taken in time, so now we got to kill this other priest. He's the biggest threat in the room. And what you can do, I just slapped him in the face for some reason. What you can do is throw an Alluring Skull in here, and that'll keep the congregation off you a little bit, but I don't know. I just haven't got that to work out for me yet. I'm gonna have to, because that's what the world record does. They basically come in and they just annihilate everything. I don't know how they do it. And that was pretty quick if you ask me, but not super quick for me. But the world record just annihilates them all, so that's the best way I can do it right now consistently, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm still dying there, to be honest with you. This is like the first spot where I die sometimes. Damn congregation, can you believe it? Jump off here and smash this lizard. I somehow missed him, but if you just go to the edge right after you climb down the... Right after the, you grab that bonfire ascetic up top where we just climbed. If you like go to the edge and then target the lizard, you can jump off and do an attack on him, a plunging attack. We picked up charcoal pine resin back there when we jumped through the barrels. We gotta target him and R2 him before he runs away. He runs away pretty quickly, so be careful. You gotta come out of that door targeting him and then R2 him right away. Everything you see me grabbing, you gotta grab it too, because it's gonna get your rapier to plus 10. We knocked that guy off and grabbed a chunk. We're going through this door to get some more chunks. And we're almost done picking up upgrade materials. I'm gonna get to full health because this next part's kind of tricky. Make sure you're ready to use an Alluring Skull, and hopefully your bone is the very next one in your drop down. Throw it as you're falling off here. Grab this Titanite slab and bone out of there as fast as you can. It's pretty tricky. Those guys will come and get you pretty quickly. And I actually did it pretty good there. That's probably one of my best times, because it doesn't always work out that good. Now jam the button to get back to Majula real quick. We got all of our upgrade materials for our rapier. We're going to +10 that rapier now. So hopefully you could see all the spots I grabbed upgrade materials. Just watch the video back and you can see where I did it. I don't know why I'm talking to her. I screwed up again. You're supposed to run into the blacksmith right away. Just these tiny screw ups so far. We're going to upgrade our rapier to +10. So go to reinforce and just get that bad boy to +10. You should have all the materials after going to Brightstone Cove. Should have them all. And that's the only reason we fight the congregation. We just want to get past them. We want to get that another bonfire ascetic and all those upgrade materials. Also level up your vigor to 13 and your dex to 29. That'll use up the rest of the souls and also help you out. And then we're going to travel to the Lost Bastille. Remember when we grabbed that bonfire after the pursuer and we rode the birdie? Well, now we're going to head back there. We're going to travel back there, because we're going to go after the ruined Sentinels now. They're guarding the last bonfire ascetic we need to kill the Rotten 4 times to get our 1 million souls. So that is why we're doing this. This isn't just random bosses I'm fighting. There's reasons for every one of them. Like the congregation was guarding a bonfire ascetic we needed and a Titanite slab we needed. The ruined Sentinels are guarding the last bonfire ascetic we need. And this speedrun used to go to the DLC because of bonfire ascetics, but it doesn't anymore because of these things I'm doing. I'm going to pop Notch's soul while this idiot's waking up. But we're going to use our last branch here on him to get in this door, so we can go fight the ruined Sentinels. Just drop down the stairs. Don't mess with anything else. Kill this guy. He's annoying. And just hurry up the ladder, because there are dudes on your tail. You may not see them right now, but there is dudes on your tail. Royal Swordsman. I like to run in here and grab these Radiant Life Gems, but you don't have to. It's just extra healing. Extra good healing. Well, here's the Rune Sentinel boss fight. Put on all your Seldoras for those extra souls. If you're doing a world record speed run, you can put on the armor right after you kill the boss, and you could still get the souls, but I like to put it on before the boss just to make sure I definitely get the souls consistently. Put on your gold pine resin, drop down, dodge, hit him 4 times. He's almost dead already, look at that. Dodge again, wait, and hit him and kill him. Pretty easy, huh? It's easier than used to be back in the day. Wait for this guy to jump up if you're doing it super conservative and consistently like me. Wait for this guy to jump up here. If you're trying for the world record, you're gonna jump down and just kill him as fast as possible. I like to let him jump up, that way I'm not getting 2-on-1'd. I'm not getting packed out. So he died pretty much. He only tried to hit me 1 time. 1 or 2 times. Same thing for this guy. He gets the same treatment. He actually got a hit on me. There's a weird dodge timing with these guys. You gotta like dodge a little early, I'd say. A little earlier than you would think. Alright, and they're all dead. See how fast that was? With a +10 rapier and gold pine resin, that was really fast. 3 ruined Sentinels down. Run out your stamina bar, then take off your armor. That's what I do anyway. Taking off this great club I don't need right now. I don't think I need any more of this run, actually. Really, you just use the great club for the congregation boss fight and to smash crystal lizards. That's about it. There's one more spot in the run where you could use it, but I don't really see it as necessary. So we're skipping that bonfire back there. You can grab it if you want. Just running this way. This is after the ruined Sentinels. Head in here, kill this guy so he doesn't blow up on you, and then pull the switch. And while you're pulling the switch, you can You can pop any souls you haven't popped yet, like the Rune Sentinel soul or whatever. If you do it real quick, and you can fix your inventory if you want, because that gate has to open. It takes a second. So I'm going ahead and popping souls and fixing inventory. This guy blows up. Usually blows up before the gate goes up, but I kind of did stuff a little different this time and actually got hit, which you shouldn't get hit. I'm going to use an Estus because I don't want to die. They're still chasing you, so watch out. I usually kill this guy because he can mess with my next thing I gotta do here. Open this door, and you can just run and fall off this edge here if you want, but I like to line it up because I've missed it like once or twice. Grab the last bonfire aesthetic that we need, and then homeward bone out from here. Just homeward bone out on that ledge. Who cares? That's the last bonfire aesthetic we needed. By the way, this is just part 1 of 2 because I can only do an hour, and I'm not that good yet, so I have to do it in 2 parts. Sorry. I promise there's no like hijinks going on or anything. I did this all in 1 run. I can only record an hour at a time though, so I had to do it in 2 videos. Here we traveled back to the Black Gulch. We're gonna fight the Rotten again, so put on all your armor. You already burned your bonfire aesthetic, I hope, from before. Get your gold pine resin ready. I like to kill these statues and run along the right wall here so I don't get poisoned. It just guarantees I don't get poisoned. It's consistent for me. Do some gold pine resin before you enter the fog, and then put it on your Estus flask. And we're gonna fight the Rotten again. Same technique as before. Run up and bait an attack. Get 1 or 2 hits in. Bait an attack. Get 2 hits in. You see how I kind of linger for a second after I do the 2 hits to make sure it baits him? And what I mean by linger is I'll like run to the left a tiny bit and then I'll run straight away from him. See me run to the left? Well, I didn't there. There's some attacks, you know, he like immediately follows it up, so like that attack, if you can get him in a loop doing that attack sometimes. And when he's just randomly backing up and not attacking, be careful. If you decide to hit him, be really careful because he'll attack you out of nowhere. It looks like he's just backing up and doing nothing, so you want to get a hit on him because he's wasting your time. But he can, as soon as you go for that attack, he can smash you into the ground. So you gotta be careful. But same as last time, just bait the attack. I mean, you can roll all his attacks too. That's what you're supposed to do. But consistently, for me, I'm gonna say the word consistent a million times because, you know, this is a beginner speed run. You know, this is my personal best though, this one here. Burn another aesthetic once you're done with the boss fight because we're gonna fight him again. And I can show you the boss fight again. But yeah, you can roll every single one of his attacks, it's just a little bit less safe. Get your gold pine resin ready. Kill these statues that I kill. You don't have to. You can try to run by them quickly and not get poisoned, but consistent. Remember, consistent. For me. Consistent for me. Gold pine resin, and we're going in. And Wild Child Gully, or whatever the hell his name is always going to try to invade you there, so you got to get in sooner than later. But you can probably see what I'm doing here without me even explaining it. Once again, running in, attacking twice, baiting an attack, running out of range, attacking twice, baiting an attack, running out of range, attacking twice, baiting an attack. He's just moving backwards randomly. That's always scary. I had to roll that because I didn't think I was far enough out. Just baited there to play it safe. Still got me, look at that. I was so far away and somehow that range though, that thing has phantom range on it, so watch out. Rolled that one because he got me too close to the wall. You don't want to get backed into a corner. Sometimes you just gotta run to the other side and reset his position, because you don't want to be too close to the wall. You don't want your back to the wall. That attack's kind of tricky. You gotta run further than you think. Sometimes he'll do a really long attack with the machete, and if he even touches you, you're gonna die in one hit. Here's the best attack right there. If he does that AoE explode, it's really easy to get away from safely. So basically his worst attacks is the long machete attack, and then he'll do a spell burst with the machete sometimes, like a energy burst straight out at you. And that one is a bitch. That he barely ever does that move. But when he does that machete magic move to you, it's fucked up crazy. You gotta run as far away from him as you can and just hope it doesn't hit you, because it just sometimes it decides it hits you even though you're all the way across the room. Whenever he starts doing that crap, he's being cheap. Alright, so burn another ascetic, because we gotta fight him again. Don't forget to burn your ascetic. I've done that before. I think on a recorded video that's on my channel. I forgot to burn an ascetic and tried to go in the boss room. But we've killed him 3 times now, right? So this is the last time. There's Woodland Child Victor, or whatever the hell his name is. Same deal here. Statues, gold pine resin. Except for I did pop a bright bug before I dropped down to the statues. Make sure you pop a bright bug for this last rotten fight. He is on like bonfire intensity 3 at this point. So he's gonna be hard. He's gonna get harder every fight. At this point, if he hits me at all, I think I die. Like, he's gonna one-hit or quitter you on this one. He might, like, it might be like really close. If he hits you with a certain attack, like, it might almost kill you. But I think basically don't get hit, especially if your bright bug wears off. Okay, there, that proves that I'm wrong. If the bright bug is still active, he almost kills you in 1 hit, but you can survive 1. Alright, so with the bright bug and the gold pine resin and all that, we're hitting hard, but he's also at bonfire intensity 3, so it's like evened out. That puke is another great move. You want to see that? That barely hurts you, and it's easy to get out of range of, and it's easy to get an attack after it. That move kind of sucks because you can't hit him that hard after it, but it barely ever gets you. That's like a grab move. I don't think I've ever been grabbed by him, maybe a long time ago. That move, it's easy to get him in a pattern of doing. That move will surprise you and hit you sometimes. Got his arm off again, great. There's the AoE, it just takes forever to charge, so it's easy to get away from. It's easy to notice him doing it. That fist pound is awesome. You can hit him 3 times. I knocked off both his arms that time. We're just going to bone out of here after we grab his souls. That's what we've been doing the whole time. Once he's down, just bone out. Once you get your souls, once you grab his great soul, bone out of there. That's what we've been doing this whole time on these last 3 fights with the Rotten. Alright, so that's it. 4 Rottens down. We have all the souls we need to get through the gate. The frozen gate of winter, or whatever the hell, the shrine of winter gate. You know, you have to have 1,000,000 soul memory to get through the shrine of winter gate to get to Drangleic castle. We have 1,000,000 soul memory now. Well, as soon as I pop these souls by the rotten souls here. So now we have 1,000,000 soul memory right now. And we also have 830,000 souls on our counter. So we're going to level up. We don't need to hold them on our counter. We already have the soul memory. It knows we already got 1,000,000 souls. So we're going to get 50 endurance, 14 vigor, 40 strength, and 46 dexterity. I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to get. I need to look it up again, but I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do for the world record stats. So once again, that was 14 vitality, 50 endurance, 40 strength, 46 dex. After that, these are all just leftover souls. We're going to buy as many bright bugs and life gems as we can, basically. And we're going to travel to the Shaded Ruins bonfire. It's time to go use our 1,000,000 soul memory key to the Shrine of Winter and Drangleic Castle. We don't have to get 4 Old One souls. We got 4 Rotten. He's Old One soul. You know how normally how you get to Drangleic Castle is you got to get 4 Old One souls. Well, there's a you can also get 1 million soul memory to get through the gate, so that's what we did. We killed the Rotten 4 times, who's an old one, so we actually did get 4 old one souls. It's just all of the Rotten. Alright, so we're gonna head this way towards Drangleic Castle. Those Falconer dudes are assholes sometimes, so watch out for that. Chest bump this guy so you can get by him. The Falconers are still up your ass. That guy's up your ass, so be careful. You gotta hurry up and get to this door, the Shrine of Winter door, before they run up on you and hit you while you're opening the door. It didn't look like it was very close there, but sometimes it gets pretty close. Jump down here. I had to take an Estus because I got hit by some of those Falconers. I don't want to die to these damn dudes right here. Luckily they didn't attack me too good. They didn't attack me, they didn't go after me very hard. So now we're just managing stamina. We're heading towards Drangleic Castle, basically. That's next thing we're gonna do is open the gate. So we're just running. But yeah, it's part 1 of 2. I have to do it in 2 parts. Unless I do... I got shot in the head there, by the way. You're not supposed to do that. Unless I do a live stream, I can't record more than an hour at this moment, the way I'm recording. So that, I know it kind of sucks to do a speedrun in 2 parts, but this is more like of a informative beginner type video than a submission to GDQ or a Speedruns archive. This is not a submission, so I don't care if I follow the format. As long as everyone believes me, that's all that matters, and if you don't, whatever, I don't care. I did it all in one sitting, so whatever. This is basically for me, and I know there's some people out there that could use a beginner's explained speedrun so they can start speedrunning Dark Souls 2. It's hard to look at a perfect world record speedrun without commentary, which is all that's really out there right now, and figure out how to do it on your own by just looking at that, because Gunnar doesn't speak English. He's mostly the one that has most of the speedruns on YouTube right now. There's a couple other ones like Distortion, and there's one from GDQ you can watch from Fearful Ferret and and Ogami or whatever his name is. So there's a couple out there, but they're all really fast and they don't tell you everything like I'm trying to do. So back there we just open the gate. You know how to do that. You just make the souls go into the golems. Right here's a pretty good trick. You just open the door. Don't worry about that guy. Sneak past him as he's like activating, and you can just jam on your X button and open the door. And when he finally materializes or whatever, he'll try to attack you, but you'll be right in the middle of opening that door, so he can't hit you. But anyway, please subscribe if you haven't, like if you have, and share and tell a friend, please. This is just part 1. Look out for part 2 next time. Peace.